Well, you know, the most exciting moment, David, of all of this is when the veteran and the service dog make it to graduation day.
Absolutely, and we were fortunate enough to be there for the September 2024 graduating class. Each month, veterans arrive at K9s for Warriors campus to take part in a 3-week in-house training program. K9s for Warriors provides a trained service dog, housing, all meals, equipment, veterinarian care, and training in a welcoming environment that provides essential peer-to-peer support. As the service dog is already trained prior to being paired with the veteran, the 3-week training period is to teach the warrior how to use his or her service dog and to facilitate the bonding necessary for the two to be a successful team. But it wasn't easy to get to this part. K9s for Warriors service dog trainer Hannah Watson says there's a lot of emotion that goes into the process of training the canine.
The best part for me is looking back. You know, I'm 7 months into training this dog and they're doing incredible and they're about to be paired with their warrior. And I think, where was she 7 months ago when I walked into her kennel and she was scared and she didn't want me to touch her at first. And I really had to just sit on the ground and kind of wait and work her through that. And just thinking of all of the time you put into it and how much they've grown, it's a very surreal thing.
And once the training program is complete, it's time for the best part, graduation.
At this time, please join me in welcoming the graduating class of September 2024.
It was a special occasion, especially for Randy, who served both in the Marine Corps and the Army. This is Randy's second time going through the K9 for Warriors program.
My first service dog, I retired him after using him and working him since 2016. And he started getting older, just slowing down on commands, physically slowing down. So I was without a service dog for a while, and I was thinking I'll just go like that. But yeah, no, I was in a store and I needed to get out of the store as quickly as possible.
Hannah trained Randy's new companion, Nova. Nova was a rescue in the wake of a natural disaster.
So Nova was actually rescued from the fires in Canada. Unfortunately, a lot of families were devastated and left without homes. So she was graciously taken in by MSTAR, one of our amazing partners, and they start their training up there in Canada and then bring them down here to complete their service work at K9s for Warriors.
There's a reason Randy says Nova was destined to be his.
I teared up a lot, because knowing that she went through something like that, and then some of the stuff that I've been through, yeah, we're made for each other.
At the end of the training, of course, Hannah and Nova, who formed a bond, have to say goodbye.
Turning my dog over to their warrior today is going to be heartfelt. It is going to be emotional. It is going to be a mission moment. While it is very emotional and I am giving away a piece of my heart, it is absolutely everything I could have ever wanted for her. And it is going to be the light of my training with her.
Hannah put a lot of work, and I can just tell the way Nova acts and reacts. She put a lot of work into it.
It makes me feel like a superhero. It feels like I can heal someone simply by the dog that I have trained. To know that he's going to get a life of happiness, a life of healing and hope is just everything I could want for both of them.
And hope is what 7 other warriors felt on graduation day. Army veteran Andrew Davis was one of 8 warriors that graduated in the September 2024 class. And like Randy, this is Andrew's second time going through the program.
So my first service dog was Lenny, and I had him for about 6 years. And it really changed my life in ways I didn't expect. And it made it much easier for me to continue what I think everybody takes for granted as a normal life. And I want to continue that. I got in line, waited my turn, and here we are with round 2.
Andrew and Pixel found each other through K9s for Warriors, and he says they're a perfect match.
So RCA is my sponsor, and they named him Pixel. And there's a definition in the dictionary where pixel is the smallest part of a picture, just like a pixel on a computer monitor. Pixel is the exact opposite of that for me. He is a large picture in my life. He's made such a change in a very short period of time. I can't imagine being without him. I wished I hadn't waited as long as I did, but it was a matter of, well, I can handle this. I can do this. But just because I could didn't mean I had to. I had another option, and I'm really glad I took it.
And now that the 3 weeks of K9s for Warrior training is over, Andrew says this is when a better life begins.
They said today, just before we walked out here, the trainers pulled us aside and said, okay guys, this is it. This is the moment we told you about 3 weeks ago. We were going to tell you 3 weeks from now, look back on day one and compare it to this moment. You're about to graduate. Do you see a difference? Every one of us said, yeah, we do. We see a difference in how we feel. We see a difference in how we interact. And it's all due to the training that we've had here. And that'll continue. And I'm looking forward to see how it gets even better.
Over 1,000 veterans now have a K9 by their side to help them through life. And this one graduation of 8 warriors is just one example of how many veterans have their lives forever changed by K9s for Warriors.
To the Warriors, I just want to say thank you for putting your trust and faith in us. I hope you gained everything you hoped to get out of this program, but I do want you to know that, and you may have heard it before, but I'll reiterate it, the test has not started throughout this 3 weeks. The test starts tonight. And my challenge to you is to remind yourself when you submitted that application, why you submitted the application, what your goals are with your service dog. Whether it's new employment, get back out, enjoying life, reconnecting with family, friends, whatever that is, push yourself to do that, because I promise you if you do that, and if you use your dog the way you've learned to use your dog these last 3 weeks, you will find that success. And I want to wish you all the best of luck, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our Warriors of the September 2024 class.
Statistics show 7 out of 10 veterans struggle with PTSD at some point in their life. Even more alarming is that roughly 20 veterans die by suicide every day in the United States. K9s for Warriors is the leading nonprofit organization providing highly trained service dogs to veterans with PTSD and other invisible wounds of war.
Hannah and I, since we've been together, we have done so much. There's nothing I won't do now as long as Hannah's by my side. Without Hannah, I'd probably still be stuck in the living room with the curtains drawn, with my back to the wall, with probably a gun on my lap. Anybody who watches this, what they can take away is that there's help out there.
Backed by scientific research, K9s for Warriors has transformed the lives of more than 1,000 veterans, helping them reclaim their independence. To learn more about how K9s for Warriors is saving lives at both ends of the leash, please visit K9sforwarriors.org.
Thank you for joining us on this journey of the story of K9s for Warriors.
And all of this is at no cost to the veterans thanks to your donations.
But most importantly, we want to thank all of the veterans for all of their sacrifice.
Yes, thank you. And now we leave you with a thank you from the K9s for Warriors graduating class of September 2024.
I want to thank each and every member of the K9s for Warriors team. Your dedication and love for dogs gives me the chance to have a better life. I also want to thank Cross Country Mortgage and the Cleveland Browns for this amazing opportunity.
I'd like to thank RCA for sponsoring Pixel, but I'd especially like to thank those at K9s I haven't met yet. We know you're there. Thank you.
I would like to thank Olaf's sponsors and K9 for Warriors for the opportunity to take control of my home life and the ability to connect with my family.
I want to thank the entire K9s for Warriors organization and especially the Warrior trainers for working with me to find the perfect match in my new battle buddy.
I would like to thank K9s for Warriors, the Warrior trainers, my team back in Texas for their support, and my wife for her support throughout the years.
Thank you, K9s for Warrior staff, and a special thank you to the Warrior training team, house mom, and trainers who work behind the scenes.
I would like to thank my wife, Marie, and everyone at K9s for making this possible.
Thank you to the K9 staff. You've not only provided us with a companion, you've empowered us to regain independence and reclaim our lives.